I wanna be the very best, or at the very least adequate. Oh hi, welcome back. Editing CocoPapa here. This is episode 38. Just as a quick heads up, a little channel announcement, there will be no episode next week, which would be the 28th of January. We've done 4 in a row. That's kind of our limit. And also I'm getting tired of re-recording everything. So we're going to take a 1-week break, and then we will be back on February 4th. Our goal today is to finish Silph Co. Oh hey, the 4th rocket brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah, we're finishing Silph Co. Don't bother looking at the time. It doesn't take us that long. Nope, don't look. It's fine. And that means when we come back on the 4th, we will be taking on Sabrina for our 7th gym. So hope you join us for that. Jalapeno is currently out of gas. We got him several levels since he got in here, but all of his power points are extinguished. And Beanbag is also almost out of gas. It doesn't help that he's hurting himself instead of taking down the Golbat. Good to eke out that level just before we trade him in. The question you have to ask yourself, since you know the runtime and I said that we're planning on finishing Silph Co though, is that am I grumpy because that's just my normal disposition as editing CocoPapa, or am I grumpy because something happened this episode? Something unexpected. Something that might have ruined the run. Only time will tell. So we've missed out on trainer experience south of Fuchsia. We could have taken the ocean out to Seafoam Islands and gotten all kinds of swimmers along the way. We also missed experience west of Fuchsia and west/south of Celadon by skipping Biker Road. So even though we are 10 levels above everything in here, we are still starved for some trainer XP, which is why grinding took so long before we moved on and fought Koga. So we really do want to eke out all the trainer XP we can here. The money will also be helpful for getting us to Victory Road and the Elite Four with minimal fuss. We swap in Bud because we're expecting a self-destruct, and Bud has a pretty high HP pool. Apparently weeds can withstand explosions. Modern engineers don't understand that. So we are dang near out of super potions, and we are still clear indoors. We have not found the lady with her magical bed yet. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I get lost. Like, last episode I said I knew 2 teleporters. I know the teleporter that gets me to the card key, which I do, and then the teleporter that gets me to the final boss. I don't know that one. I also don't know the teleporter that I need to get to the lady with the bed. I think it's this one at first. But no, that actually takes us to floor 2 of all places. This is literally where we started. Super not helpful. And then I get the bright idea, oh no, I'm just gonna go check this one. I knew what I wanted. And it brings us into the room that was immediately to the left of us. That's that same guy who said we're finished. So I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going. I go in loops a couple of times. Recording CocoPapa is not the cleverest boy. So, anywho. We commit to going back up the stairs and kicking down doors like we have extrajudicial warrants. Hey man, probable cause. People are screaming, it's a terrorist event. We'll knock some doors down. That's the scientist who talked about drilling our weak points. Super gross. But we did see some doors over to our left, so we're going to go knock those down in keeping with our plans. I can't remember if we fought this guy yet, but we did. He was one of the Rocket Bros.
Bingo! How fun!
And then we see beds and we get very, very, very excited. Hell yeah. Too fast to do any of our Poke Center memes, but that's okay. Not every healing requires a meme. But now that everyone's refreshed, we can stick in a new team if we want to. We have the assumption that that's the teleporter that we need in order to get to the final boss. And that's really nice for him to say. We were expecting a threat or some kind of get out of here, but he says, your Pokemon seem to adore you. Like, thanks. I wasn't expecting a compliment.
Thank you.
Call it complisult, part compliment, part insult. He invented them. I coined the term.
The reason why I'm not narrating on a lot of what's happening in the fights in terms of like strategy is because the 10 level difference. Like I could have any Pokemon in front and we could be taking out the teams in like 1 to 2 hits. Like there isn't much to talk about here, unfortunately. So later I will probably be talking more point for point. But for right now, this is reminding me a lot of what it was like when I was grinding. I think during the last episode when I was grinding, I just had the movie Gladiator playing. So I just watched that for like 2.5 hours. I was quoting it. Originally, I was going to put those quotes into the finished video, but I was like, no, that's kind of weird. So you guys didn't get to hear about queer giraffes or being entertained, but I did. Check out the scientist, though. I know it's a lab coat, but look at his legs. Does that not look like an udder to you? I think it looks like an udder. Anywho. But yeah, we're going to have a couple of really busy episodes, the next couple of episodes that come out. And as I said previously, there will be one more grinding episode coming up. It'll be our last grind. If you want to submit any questions or comments you'd like to have addressed on that grind, please do. But I was thinking about it, and you know, good old TSG, he's been really good about getting us material for those grinds, and Sarah has kicked in a bit too, and I can understand most of our viewers are new, which is great. Some of you just show up for one episode, and that's fine. I'm happy to have you here. Very cordial. So I appreciate it, and I was wondering, you know, why am I not getting comments? Because I don't want to have to think up of funny stuff on my own. And I realized, like, I don't comment on stuff. Like, when I'm asking for engagement, it's not because I'm trying to boost myself in the algorithm. Like, Let's Plays do not do well in the algorithm unless you already have a big channel. None of this is going to be monetized, I promise. I'm not trying to exploit you or manipulate you in any way. I don't do parasocial relationships. I do not have social media for this channel. You will not be able to follow me. I will not be doing live streams. Like, there is no way that I am trying to manipulate you like every other YouTuber is like, oh, make sure like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. I hate that. And in fact, I use a different account for watching YouTube than I do for producing this content. That is how strict I am about just keeping things separate. So I can understand if you don't want to comment on the channel that I use to look stuff up, or to watch videos. I do not comment. I do not like. I don't like the idea that when you do like a video, it goes into like a playlist of videos you've liked. It's like tracked, and I find that really weird. So if you don't want to participate, don't ever feel pressured. This is the last time I'm going to bring up YouTube analytics because I find it to be obnoxious. So just know, if you do want to contribute to the grinding episodes, that's the only reason I'm asking. And if you don't, that's fine too. I hope you're having a good time. At the end of the day, this is about the Nuzlocke. It's not about me. As much as a ham as I am, as long as the inside jokes I have going on and the stories I tell about myself, it's mostly just to fill in time. I know you're here to watch the game be played. I'm just trying to add a little bit of flavor. So many Rattatas. And flying Rattatas. We have made it to the top of the pile. We started from the bottom and now we're here.
I started at the bottom, now I'm still at the bottom. Never rise, I fall, every season is autumn. Yank from the...
But after this, we still got to go back to the bottom. So, yep, we've finished most of phase 1 and 2. Got some final doors to kick down, and then we can heal up again and take out the top. Don't look at the time. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't look at the time. This is a normal length episode. So we figure it's probably best to take the elevator. Start back on floor 2, because the first floor is the lobby. Find some doors to kick down. One thing that's a little irritating rewatching this and narrating is that now that I don't have a controller in my hands and I don't know what I was thinking when I was pushing the buttons, I see my character moving around and repeating the same like tracks. Like he goes in the same direction multiple times. And all I can think is like, was this Twitch plays Pokemon? Like, what kind of brain dead chimp is operating the controls?
That's a bingo.
That's a recording CocoPapa. He has no idea what he's doing. So this lady gives us a TM for finding her, and it's self-destruct, which I take as an insult. I feel like she's telling us to
Roblox ourselves,
which is really dark. But it's a useless move in a Nuzlocke. That said, I want to know if there's a 600 IQ move out there about using self-destruct or explosion in a Nuzlocke that I'm not aware of. If you're aware of one, or there's a clip somewhere that I can look at, I think that'd be pretty cool. But so far as I know, like, I can only see it being like a last desperate gasp. If you know you're going to lose the Pokemon anyways, just to try and take someone out with you. But I don't know, man. I literally would not be caught dead using that. In terms of the Elite Four, I don't really know what team level we're gonna have to go up to. I have not looked at what the Elite Four levels are. I think your rival's ace tops out at 60, but I could be wrong. We will not be that high. We want there to be some element of challenge, but we will level up to be partially out-leveling at least the beginning of the Elite Four. But we want it to get successfully harder and more difficult. I also have an idea for what I want to do for the Elite Four fight to make it really special. There may be a multi-week break before that final episode, just because of some extra editing I want to do to really bring it home.
That's great.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be great. That's great.
We don't use the super potion because we realize that Falcor's fine. Like, he doesn't really need it, and also we're running low on HP healing items anyways. And we don't really have that many more floors to clear. We just have to go up to where we found the card key.
That's a bingo. Bingo! How fun!
More healing items, good to have. I support Team Rocket more than I support Silph. Dude, they're not Hogwarts houses. They're not sports teams. One's an evil organization focused on power and profiteering. And the other's Team Rocket. Like... Anywho. We expect that this thing is going to explode, so we throw Beanbag to absorb the hit. It doesn't explode. It uses Light Screen as though it's anticipating a special attack, which is very interesting. We don't have Hyper Beam yet, and even if we did, Hyper Beam doesn't work off special in Gen 1. Like I've said before, whether a move works off attack or special is based on the attack's type, like element typing, and not whether it's a beam or an actual physical hit. So because Hyper Beam is a normal move, it works off of our attack, not our special. So what that Electrode should have used was Reflect if it knew it. Because things work off our attack, it also makes Gyarados so much better in Gen 1 than in later gens because his attack is higher than his special. So when he learns Hyper Beam, he becomes a little beast. Hydro Pump isn't as good with him because, again, he has low special and water would be based off special. But Hyper Beam would be based off his attack. He's going to be a little particle accelerator. Friggin' special beam cannon. We beat that guy. We actually ended an episode beating him up. So we're nearing the end here. But there's still doors to kick down.
That's a bingo.
Lots of good items to grab. Our heart hurts a little bit every time we pull up a revive because it's like, man, if only, right? If only I was allowed to just resurrect one of my teammates at full health. My blood pressure would go down a couple of points. I'm seriously worried about heart failure before I finish this Nuzlocke.
Bingo. How fun.
Gotta go beat up this nerd. My Pokemon are my loyal soldiers. I'm not as good a singer as recording CocoPapa. So we thought it might explode, and we thought that we could take it, and then this happens. We live. Did I scare you? But we were very terrified that we weren't going to live. So he's cursing his weak Pokemon and calls them his loyal soldiers, but then he orders them to kamikaze. And he wonders why they're weak and why he's not leading an entire battalion. It's because he's killing them all, you dick. We took that really personally. But that was it. That's the teleporter we used to get to the card keys, so we have done it. We've cleared every floor. We just needed to heal up and then hit up the penthouse. I think we're just checking to be sure, but that's, again, I feel like when I'm watching myself play again, it's like Twitch plays Pokemon. It's just, there's no rhyme or reason to why the sprite is moving where it's moving. I might as well be commenting on a mouse moving in its cage. Like, it's just very confusing to me. Yeah, I think we're just being thorough here, but like, why? We followed our plan.
Sing us a song or something. Do a trick. You're fucking useless.
I think we may be looking for the bed lady. I want to give her a better name than that, but to me, she'll always be the bed lady. And there she is. What a saint. All right. So we know that the first Pokemon we're going to go up against when we're fighting our rival is his Pidgeot, and we put Randy in first as an accident because we meant to put Usain Jolt in there, but we fixed that. We take the teleporter to the teleporter that'll take us to him. And the idea is, because we're not doing a fixed mode, we're allowed to switch between. All we need to do is gain the momentum and beat his first Pokemon. We just sort of throw him off his rhythm and we'll have the advantage.
Street smarts!
What kept you, CocoPop? Ha 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 ha! I thought you'd turn up if I waited here. I guess Team Rocket slowed you down. Not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. So this dick made it all the way up here, could have defeated organized crime himself, but instead left us to do it. What a jackass. Anywho. We're regretting not teaching Usain Jolt Thunderbolt at this time, but again, we don't know if he's going to be with us in the Elite Four, and we don't want to burn that really good move until we're actually fighting the Elite Four. So we stick with Thunder Shock and Quick Attack, and it gets the job done. The momentum is now on our side, which is good because he's much closer to our level.
Now I've thrown him off his rhythm.
So we throw Falcor to counter his fire type, and we have him do some doggy paddling. A lot of flashbacks to Blaine right here. He's still a very good boy. Editing CocoPapa or recording CocoPapa, I still love the doggos. We have to counter Grass and Psychic, so we decide to go with Fire. It would be great if Jalapeno knew Flamethrower. He doesn't, so we'll make do with Ember. We also could have sent out Snorlaxers to absorb hits and deal physical damage, but we do what we do. And now it's time for a burn. Execute likes to brag that he will take girls over hard, but we all know he's really just soft-boiled.
Boom. Roasted.
And he uses a potion which is just, like, rude. I'm allowed to do that, but other trainers are not allowed to do that. So we burn him for his arrogance. We stay in to fight the Alakazam, not because we think we can handle a full blast of Psychic, but because we're hoping Slash will crit and take him down a notch, and it does. Our special would also be able to resist a little bit of his Psychic. And now we finally get to see Blastoise. We haven't seen him yet. And he looks amazing. I really love this sprite. He's much rounder and bigger, like a tank. In other versions, he's kind of narrower, more of an oval. He feels really intimidating here. I really enjoy this sprite. And we start drain tanking like we're a warlock in World of Warcraft. I've made that reference multiple times, and I don't care, because it feels like it the same way every time. Just drain tanking. It's a little embarrassing that his ace is losing to a weed, but again, weeds can survive explosions, and weeds apparently can take down cannoneering tortoises, so. Good job, bud. Proud of you. Coming danker by the minute. Oh ho! So you are ready for Boss Rocket. Well, CocoPop, I'm moving on up and ahead. By checking my Pokedex, I'm starting to see what's strong and how they evolve. I'm going to the Pokemon League to boot out the Elite Four. I'll become the world's most powerful trainer. CocoPop, well, good luck to you. Don't sweat it. Smell ya! You wish me good luck. That's kind of sweet. So at this point, we thought we only had one trainer left to fight, but we actually have two. You already got us stun locked, bud. You don't have to add insult to injury. In yellow version, I believe the door is guarded by essentially Jesse and James of the Elite Four. There's like 2 Rockets you have to fight. Yellow version is based more off of the anime. So you actually get all 3 starters and Pikachu, and you get them in roughly the same order that Ash got them in the anime. And you see Jesse and James around. It's pretty cool. I like yellow version. I just don't like how overpowered you are by having all of the starters. We're going to chomp our way through this guy. And then he uses Psychic, which, like, we weren't expecting him to know Psychic at level 32. And we're fine. It's not a big deal, but it was a little startling. Falcor just can't catch a break in here. But he thrives in adversity. A little bit of water. And we're through with this fight, probably. Airlock's got some sick kicks, though. Look at those. Beg for mercy. All right. So we think we can make it to that PC over there and make room for something we need to pick up in here, but we accidentally trigger the boss fight. So just so you know, we have Usain Jolt out first, which is a mistake, but we're fighting this now, and I have to do the voice. Ah, CocoPapa. So we meet again. We're really stressing. That's why it's taking us forever to press A. Like, we are panicking at this point. The president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keeping nose out of grown-up matters. Or experience a world of pain. I think I'm doing a hate crime to people from New Jersey right now with this accent, and I'm sorry. It's the first one that came to mind. Love his sweatsuit, though. Very, very intimidating. So yeah, we have Usain Jolt out. We were worried he was going to start with a ground type, and we'd be in trouble, but so long as Randy doesn't bite it on this turn, we can get the momentum back. And we'll see how well that guard special does for him. It doesn't. So the momentum is ours again. We think Kangaskhan is a ground type, so we throw out Bud to use grass and be super effective. He uses Growl, which is regrettable. Don't know why anyone used Growl. It's a very useless move. And we realize that we're not actually getting super effective attacks, but we drained over a third of his health in one hit, so it's good enough. We commit to the bit and continue drain tanking. And to add insult to injury, we just decided to finish him with a normal move because sometimes you just gotta dunk on him. The real horror is we did that in front of Kangaskhan's baby too. The children saw that. Rhyhorn, rock and ground, 4 times effective. We also call that plant food, so he fertilizes our roots. And we're on to the last Pokemon. Nidoqueen. We're really worried about time at this point. We just want it to be over, so we don't even comment on the sprite. It's a T-Rex. Whoop-de-doo. We move on. And we blast it. We open the door, we get on the floor, we walk the dinosaur, and we are done. Ah, I lost again? Blast it all. You ruined our plans for Silph, but Team Rocket will never fall. CocoPapa, never forget that all Pokemon exist for Team Rocket. I must go, but I shall return. Ominous. And we're done. We just want to be done now. So thank you for bearing with me over these 4 weeks of odd audio problems. We should be back to our normal scheduled program in 2 weeks, where I will be more chipper and the jokes might be a little bit better. But thank you for bearing with me. I'm having a lot of fun on this journey, and we are essentially in endgame now, so 2 gyms left in the Elite Four. But anyway, I hope that you leveled up. I look forward to evolving with you in the future, and as always, I will smell you later.